Guys, make sure you stay until the end. We want to share one good advice with you. If you make that simple mistake, you may end up spending thousands of dollars on parts and repairs, diagnostics that you may actually not even need. Make sure you stay until the end. We'll explain what we're talking about. Hey guys, welcome back to Auto Mechanics. Today guys will be super helpful video if you own a Chrysler 300 this generation here from year 2014 to year 2024. If you have a problem guys where transmission does not shift, you wonder what causes that, how we can fix it. Now guys, please do not waste your money on diagnostics and tools, parts you may not need until you watch that video. It could be simple fix that cost only a few dollars, or you may even fix it for free. We'll talk about that. In addition, if you need to buy replacement parts, tools at a good price, quick shipping, that way do not waste money and time. We'll share the information in the description of the video below for your convenience. So let's start on it now. So guys, before we start, let us tell you a little bit about us. Every single car we get here at the garage, we try to make at least 200 to 300 free repair videos. Why we guys do that? Because our mission in the shop is to save as much money as we can. All we need in return, please subscribe to the channel, like the videos, that way we can keep making these free videos. We show you how to fix engines, transmission, bodywork, fuses, relays, all that stuff guys. And if you need to buy cheap parts and tools at a good price, quick shipping, we'll put a link in the description of the video below. Guys, check out our YouTube channels. We have more than 15,000 free repair videos that can save you thousands of dollars in future repairs. So if the transmission does not shift, you wonder guys what causes that. The first thing you wanna always check is fuses and relays, because it could be simple fix where they're located in two different fuse boxes. Come, I'll show you now here guys. We're going to go ahead and open the hood on that Chrysler 300. And once you open the hood, you will need to face the engine. On the left side of your engine you may have a V6 or V8. That's the passenger side. Here you have the main engine fuse box. Press these two tabs together, lift the cover up, and underneath you're going to find guys a fuse box with a layout like this one here. Before we continue, let's explain quickly why it's always a good idea to test fuses and relays. Guys, it's very important to always test your fuses and relays. Why? Sometimes you may think you have a good fuse guys. It's hard to tell. Look at those fuses, right? And sometimes, okay, you pull the fuse. Okay, I'm going to get the fuse puller and I'm going to remove one fuse. I want to show you on that 20 amp fuse. Sometimes it's very unclear if that fuse is burned or not. You may not clearly see it. So always guys test them, because if you don't test the fuse, you assume it's good. You end up spending money, time and diagnostics for problems that do not exist guys. So you can just waste your money and time. Always test your fuses, always test relays. We will put links in the description of the video below where you can find guys a video for testing a fuse and testing a relay that will explain everything that you need to do. If you guys need to buy any parts, tools for your Dodge Ram, fuses, relays at a really good price, quick shipping, that way you do not waste money and time, we're going to put a link in the description of the video below for your convenience. Please check it out. So guys, here what we need to check specifically, let's zoom in quickly, okay? Let's zoom in here, and we have fuse 29 that we will need to check. So that's 28, 29 right here. That's very important fuse that you need to check. You need to check fuse 31 right here. In addition guys, you need to check fuse number 37. We're talking about this fuse right here. Now you have one relay for the transmission that you will need to check as well. This will be relay 40, 41, 42, 43, 44. Some models will have transmission relay here, some models will not guys, but if you have, check that one there as well guys. Another thing, okay, that you need to check, come in the trunk. Open the trunk, leave the carpet liner up. Underneath you have a spare tire, that's a car battery here on the passenger side. Right behind it is the main trunk fuse box. That's the closer look of it. Press the tabs together, leave the cover up, and you're going to find a fuse box with that layout here. So here we need to check guys one fuse, and we're talking about fuse 26. Some of you will have this one, some of you will not. If you have it, it will be that fuse right here, fuse 26. We don't have that one for our specific model. Other things that can easily guys, okay, cause the transmission not to work, let me show you now here. If we come to the brake paddle, okay, here that's where things get interesting. I want to show you something. That Chrysler 300 Dodge Challenger, Dodge Charger, they're built on the same platform, so it should work for both. You see, that's the brake paddle, right? Now, in order to shift the transmission and in order for everything to work correctly, you press the brake paddle. When you do that, check out now that device right here. Every time I press the brake paddle, see what happens. Okay, that's known as a brake light switch. That detects that you apply the brake, so it works together with the transmission. If that brake light switch is malfunctioning, your transmission may not work correctly as well. So test the brake light switch. Often you may not even need to replace it, you may need to just calibrate the brake light switch. Because even if you buy a new one, often you have to calibrate it, okay, so the engine computer knows the exact position of the brake light switch. So that's one thing, guys. Another thing, okay, that you need to check. It could be problems with the transmission shifter right here. That's what the transmission shifter looks like. It's an electronic one. We have multiple wires here, okay, the main wires. You have some secondary wires here, and we've seen that one failing as well. You don't have a cable on the electronic shifters, you just have wires that control the transmission mechanically. Now, I want to show you here, that's where the shifter will be. It's almost the same like that Dodge Challenger, but here under the shifter you have one cable that you can use to release the transmission in neutral. And it has one too that gets stuck, and if people did that in the past, they might have damaged it, and that can cause the transmission not to work as well. So check that cable under the shifter. Another thing, in some cases, it could be, guys, bad traction control and ABS and traction control module that can cause this transmission not to work correctly. If it doesn't work, it will not be able to read the brake light switch. As a result, transmission will not work as well, guys. You will need to diagnose it, and if you replace it, you need to program it. We'll have video on the channel. But something that most people never suspect is a battery, bad battery, and you need to know how to test it the correct way. Good voltage and battery that starts the vehicle doesn't mean that it's a good battery. It still could be unstable, and that can cause the transmission to act out of specs too, guys. So test your battery the correct way. We'll have videos on the channel how to do that step by step. Other things that can cause the transmission not to work, of course, could be bad computer. And if you open the transmission, guys, I'll show you here, that's the transmission right here. On the bottom side of the transmission is the oil pan. That will be the same transmission. And here, okay, on the drive, here is, that's where that cable is located. But you need to check the wiring harness. It's on the passenger side. Make sure that it's clean, not contaminated. If that's okay, you need to open the transmission pan, drain the fluid, open the pan, and you need to test your transmission solenoids. If check with scanner if you have codes for solenoids. Could be bad solenoids. If it's shifting funny, it could be bad transmission valve body as well. We have multiple videos how to diagnose, how to fix transmissions on our channels if you need help with that, but those are the most common things we see at the garage. So guys, that generation Chrysler 300 has all kinds of different size of fuses, guys. You can see different fuses, relays. That's the engine fuse box, that's the trunk fuse box. Those could be really hard to find, some of them, guys. And if you're in the middle of nowhere, you need a replacement, you cannot get one, you may be stuck, guys. So we will recommend to buy some, put in the glove box for peace of mind, keep some spare ones. We'll put a link in the description of the video below where you can get them at a good price, quick shipping. That way you do not waste money and time. Hopefully the video was helpful, guys. Thank you for watching and see you next time.